Hey everybody, Mike Stanlaw here with Stanlaw of Fitness. Today we're going to do this video talking about one of the best exercises you can do for full body strength, and that is the deadlift. The deadlift is going to work your hamstrings, your glutes, and your back muscles, just to name a few. This exercise is going to help you with full body strength, with fat burning, and even increase your endurance. The deadlift is arguably the best exercise that you can do to work your posterior chain. This is an area comprised of your back muscles, your hamstrings, and your glutes. It also involves your trapezius muscles, which are up here, traveling to your middle back, and your posterior deltoids, which are the back of your shoulders, that are located right back there. Why do most people neglect their posterior chain? In my opinion, it's because of two main factors, first of which being it's an out of sight, out of mind area. So if somebody can't see the area, they're usually not as interested in training it, but it's just as important as any other muscle group. The second one is because it's a very difficult exercise to master. A lot of people are intimidated in starting to try this exercise, and it does get very challenging to learn, and as you progress with it, you're going to find that there's little things that you can keep correcting, which sometimes tend to defer people from continuing their progress with the deadlift. So it's a challenging exercise to learn, but very beneficial once you do. There are so many benefits to performing the deadlift. Some of the main benefits are that it's going to help your full body strength. This exercise is going to help your back muscles get stronger, it's going to help your legs get stronger, it's going to improve your core strength, and it's going to help your grip as well. Next benefit, it's going to help you burn a lot of calories. Probably between the deadlift and the squat, these two exercises burn more calories than any other strength training exercise. Another benefit, whether or not you're looking to become an athlete or not, the deadlifts are going to help overall athleticism. Next benefit of the deadlift is that it's going to help release more anabolic hormones throughout the body. That's going to help you become stronger, and it's going to help you burn more body fat. Last but not least with the deadlifts is that it's going to help you improve overall posture. Whether you're sitting or standing a lot during the day, the deadlifts are going to help your posture and help you overall stand straighter and sit straighter as well. We do have some questions here from some of our awesome members at Stanlaw Fitness. First question is from our member Ellen, and she asked about how do the deadlifts compare with other hamstring exercises. The answer to that is that the deadlift is more of a compound exercise, which means that it doesn't simply work your hamstrings, it works a lot of other other muscle groups as well. So as opposed to an isolation exercise such as a cable curl or a lying machine curl, the deadlift involves the hamstrings, the back, the glutes, your core, whereas other exercises are simply isolated. We're going to go into our deadlift right now, but before we do, we're going to answer another question from one of our members, and that's from Isabel. Isabel asked about the importance of good posture and maintaining a straight back while deadlifting. To answer that question, you want to make sure that your neck and your spinal column remain in line the entire time, and you want to make sure that your lower back remains straight. When you're doing a deadlift, you want to make sure you're not looking straight ahead, but more like your chin tucked, looking just about right where that squat rack begins, right over there. So as you're doing this, you want to make sure everything stays in line, your head, your neck, and your lower back. So let's go into the deadlift and let's start this exercise. You're making sure that for a traditional deadlift, there's a lot of variation, but for a traditional deadlift, that your feet are shoulder width apart. You want to make sure the bar is basically just at the shins. You want to make sure your hips are elevated before you start this. Your hands are slightly outside of your feet. You want to make sure your chest stays up the whole time. Make sure your knees are facing straight ahead, not going inward or outward too much. Hips are up, chest is up, and you're going to make sure that before you start, you're pulling the slack out of the bar. So you want to hear the click before you start, and then you're driving with your heels through the floor and bring it to the top. You're going to lower by hinging your hips, pushing them back, everything's still staying straight until you reach a complete stop. So again, you're pulling the slack out of the bar. Picture that you're leg pressing through the ground so that you're coming all the way to the top. Hips stay up, hinging back, and then lower until you're at a dead stop again. Hope you guys enjoyed our video on deadlifts today. For any more advice or help you might need on this exercise, feel free to reach out at any time. Next exercise that we're going to be doing is going to be the bench press. So that's going to be our next video. But for now, keep incorporating deadlifts into your routine and think about how much they're going to help your posterior chain development, your back, your hamstrings, and your glutes. This is Mike Stanlaw with Stanlaw Fitness. Get your 30 minutes of physical activity every single day. Thanks. I think I just put my flashlight on.